Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. This is Barrie Wrestling's Rush Hour. I am Mike Jeffries, the host of Rush Hour and the play-by-play voice for Barrie Wrestling. And fans, this is the second last episode of Rush Hour. Now, who knows what the future holds? It might come back down the road, but for now we have tonight, and then next Tuesday will be our finale. Now, I will let you know, I am not going anywhere. I'm still going to be doing play-by-play for Barrie Wrestling. We'll be uploading our award show in January, hosted by me and Diamond Jim. Barrie Wrestling will also be uploading our Match of the Year nominees, so look out for that later this month. But as far as Rush Hour goes, after tonight and next week, it's going to be gone at least for a while. But now, all that aside, we have an incredible show for you tonight. We have 4 matchups. We are kicking it off with Van Landon looking for revenge against Shane Sabre. Sabre, along with Gabriel Fuerza, attacking Van Landon. You saw that a few episodes ago. Van out for revenge against the dastardly Shane Sabre. We also have Wanda Del Rey taking on the Australian style siren, as she calls herself, in Kingsley. KPK is defending their tag team championships against the team of Mark Wheeler and Anthony Musso, 2 former 400 North tag team champions. And we have a 3 Pistols championship match for our main event. And fans, believe me, you do not want to miss that match. Actually, you don't want to miss this show. So thank you so much for joining us. Have a seat, relax, and enjoy, because this is Barrie Wrestling's Rush Hour.
Whoa, 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 whoa. It's Van Landon and Shane Sabre, and they just came fighting right out of the locker room. This match hasn't actually started yet. Diamond, no love lost is an understatement for these two.
Shane Sabre nearly ended the career of Van Landon, targeted him, tried to put him out, and Van Landon's pumped, but right now it's Shane Sabre with the advantage. And has this match even started?
The bell has not rung yet, and thing we're what about Shane Sabre, I'm going to say that Van Landon's the one that started this, because Van got his hair wet, so he was ready for a fight.
I can't argue with your logic, Mike.
I'm just saying, when he and Holden Albright fought through the parking lot, Van Landon's hair was still dry, because he got jumped by Holden Albright. He learned his lesson. Now, I got all the donuts that Shane Sabre was laying in wait for him, but Van Landon, he was ready to take the fight to Sabre, and look at him just bludgeoning Shane Sabre up against the stairs. Sabre might have unlocked a new side of the barn burner, Jim.
Well, we've seen constant evolution in this young man's career. He'll take a loss. He'll go down, but he goes down swinging, and every time Van Landon gets back up, he is tougher, smarter, and a better competitor.
Oh, and Shane Sabre just knife-edge chopped the ring post. That'll break some fingers, or at least one would hope.
Wow, that's harsh.
Sabre deserves it. Look at what he's done since he came back. And Van Landon with that running European uppercut, and we finally do have the bell. This match has started. Diamond Golden Glory 8 starting off red hot, and Van Landon European Tour all over. Shane Sabre and Van revving up. The high-octane hometown hero.
Yeah, there's no time for this. Not against an experienced and vicious competitor like Shane C.
Took too long, and Death Valley driver from Shane Sabre. And that was nearly it. That's all it takes against Sabre. One misstep, and that can be it.
That's the thing. Nobody loves Van Landon more than I do. I love the energy he brings. I love how he interacts with this crowd that adores him. This isn't the match for that, Mike. He's got to be 100% focused, laser focused on Shane Sabre, because Sabre is almost a flawless professional wrestler.
Now, for the fans here in Barrie who haven't followed Shane Sabre elsewhere, because this is his first singles matchup in Barrie since October 2021, he is an incredible talent. And just because he hasn't been wrestling here doesn't mean he hasn't been wrestling. And Van Landon cannot underestimate this man. Now, with that said, Van Landon usually has a bit of an advantage on opponents in that he's watched a lot more of their matches than they've watched of him.
But he does not have that advantage against Shane Sabre.
No.
There's no chance of that. Shane Sabre is as smart as they come in professional wrestling.
And calculating.
That's the perfect description. You're on fire tonight, Mike Jeffries.
Oh, well, Van Landon was on fire until Sabre took his head off with that lariat.
Calculating is the perfect description. He is a thinking man's wrestler, but look at the size of the man. You know, he's a big dude. He could be dumb as a stump, he'd still be dangerous. When you combine his mind from professional wrestling with that size and strength, you get a lot of success.
Well, he just
success goes with Shane Sabre.
He ran into that boot from Van Landon, but you're absolutely right. And Van Landon looks like he's going for aviation. Sabre had that scouted, to your point. And then a back elbow. Sabre twisting suplex into a cover. Now Van Landon kicks out, but Jim, as you and I both know, sometimes pinfalls, you're going for the win, but you're also going to take something out of your opponent. You could see Sabre's hand pushing on the face and jaw of Van Landon.
I was going to comment on that as well. His left hand dry, and look, where's Van Landon checking right now? He's checking his jaw, he's checking his teeth. Shane Sabre does everything with purpose.
And also further to my belief that Van Landon started this, Shane Sabre is still in jeans with his belt half undone and what appears to be dress shoes. But he is somebody that is qualified as never not up for a fight. But Van Landon's boot caught Sabre clean, but Sabre kicking out a count of 1.
Yeah, so Van Landon's got to get his head in it. Worrying about whether it was 1, 2, 2.5, I don't care. Keep on firing, Van. You can't let Shane Sabre get back into this match.
Jim, I know we've talked about this before in other matches. Both of us have a lot of experience in other sports. One of the things you cannot do is play with emotion. You can't, because emotion will go away. Adrenaline dies, and you still have to have something left. So Van Landon's got to be careful. Like I said, he's got to keep his head in this, because if he's trying to fight just on emotion and adrenaline, he's got 4 or 5 minutes before he's going to have nothing left in the tank.
You're talking about Van Landon, right?
I know, but everybody's got a limit.
Van Landon has more adrenaline in his finger than you and I had in our entire bodies in our prime combined.
I had a prime?
Ish. If there's one thing we don't have to worry about with Van Landon, he's never running out of adrenaline.
That said, you've got to keep your head in it. And they're a little bit eager from Van Landon, but Shane Sabre took his eye off the ball and got dropped toe hold right into the middle turnbuckle. Now Van Landon had a steam. Big boot to the face. Sabre's in trouble. Van into a cover. 2 count. Sabre gets the left shoulder up. But again, Jim, Van looking a little bit too surprised. It takes a lot more than that to keep Shane Sabre down.
Absolutely. This is a man who's won gold here in Barrie Wrestling and won gold all over the world.
Now Shane Sabre, he also is going to have something to prove here. His last singles win in Barrie, Jim, November 2017. Now he's had some tag wins in there, and he's helped Gabriel Ferris win the title, and he's won elsewhere. But he's still got something to prove here to the Barrie Wrestling fans and management to some degree, or maybe he doesn't. I don't know if he cares.
He does not care what any fan thinks, what you think, or what I think. Shane Sabre does what he wants, and we've seen that for the past 6 months.
Well, Van Landon calling for aviation now. He's got Sabre up on his shoulders, going for a trip around the world to space and back, if you will. Watch out for those pirates, Sabre.
Now he's got to follow up right away.
Van Landon's got to know where he is first. Sabre, veteran wherewithal. He doesn't know which way is up, but he knows how to get out of the ring.
Seeing monkeys, I think.
Van Landon now going for that triangle plancha. Coming crashing down on top of Shane Sabre. Van Landon, the risk taker, the barn burner. He is fired up right now.
That is why the fans of Barrie Wrestling adore this man. Arguably the most popular wrestler of his generation in Barrie Wrestling.
Shane Sabre still feeling the effects of both the aviation and that plancha. Van Landon coming down from 12, 15 feet in the air, crashing down on Shane Sabre. But Van playing to the crowd. Wait, what is... Jim, what is...
Is that Ricky again?
It's got to be Ricky again. The man in white attacking Shane Sabre.
Oh, you can't blame him for that, honestly.
That's just going to cost Van Landon the match, though.
Yeah, but with what Sabre and Fuerza did to Ricky... Whoa!
Why that, Jim? Why? Ricky, why? What are you doing?
Hold on here, Ricky, hold on a second. This is 2 months in a row now that you have played out both competitors in the ring. The fans and myself want to know what's going on with you right now, Ricky. Ricky! Fans, I was informed by referee Brad Myers that the winner of this contest as a result of a disqualification is Shane Saber.
So, no explanation from Pretty Ricky. Shane Saber's victorious. Van Landon's been laid out. Jim, this is the first match. Like, what else is going to happen tonight? Fans, welcome back to Golden Glory 8, and we have a debut all the way from Australia. We have got Kingsley.
This is not just Kingsley, this is the style siren, Mike Jeffries.
Making her way to the ring, tuning in from Sydney, Australia, the style siren, Kingsley.
Sorry, Jim, you go ahead.
I can't believe you. This is a woman with an incredible voice. Hold on. Kingsley. Kingsley.
You know, Diamond, she claimed to be the best singer in the Barrie Wrestling locker room.
Whoa. No.
She said better than Anthony Musso.
No. She's good. She's really good. But
speaking of good, her opponent, Wanda Del Rey, has been on fire, Jim. I am looking forward to this matchup.
we were talking about the popular.
Toronto, Ontario, this is Wanda Del Rey!
We were talking about the popularity of Van Landon, but perhaps the only person that matches him is that young lady, Wanda Del Rey. She has been on a meteoric rise in Barrie Wrestling, but she's about to face a woman who's been a 3-time champion in her native Australia. She can sing, but she can also wrestle, and this may be Wanda Del Rey's strongest challenge here in Barrie Wrestling.
Wanda, I was going to use the word meteoric as well. Her rise has been unlike anything I've seen here. Just the way the fans got behind her, her in-ring performance. I mean, her debut...
Listen to this.
Well, her debut, she took Shiloh to the limit. And Shiloh's been the women's champion for a very long time.
I still had hair when she won the championship.
Okay.
Ish.
Okay. On your head?
Well, I didn't get a haircut that show.
So,
Counts? It counts?
Kingsley, who...
Show me a bone, man.
We have a long history of Australians here in Barrie Wrestling. We had ATO. We had Clyde Kane until he was deported by TCO. And now we've got Kingsley. So the Australian exchange program, I'm still trying to convince them to send you to Australia for 2 years, Jim.
Well, they have beer there.
Hey, in Australia, you're skinny. And your beers are small.
Sign me up, boss.
Well, Kingsley going into the corner. Wanda Del Rey up over the top. Running clothesline in the corner. Now Del Rey showing that strength, but Kingsley slides out the back door. Might have got a thumb to the eye on Del Rey. Wanda with a bit of a laugh and then caught Kingsley coming in with that back elbow. And then a chop. Wanda, who's got a significant height and reach advantage over Kingsley, raining those right hands down. Wanda, who was a successful captain in a Wild Rovers matchup. And they're the running bulldog planting Kingsley into the cover. 2 count. In fact, I think the only matchup she's had where she didn't have the reach advantage was against Stratosphere, who has a reach advantage against giraffes. So that's not really a fair matchup.
Yeah, but Kingsley has to fight kangaroos at home. So.
Those things are nasty.
Yeah.
Anybody out of Australia is tough. That is just a precursor to being from Australia. Now Wanda, she slipped a little bit getting up onto the top and took a bit too long going for that splash. Kingsley getting out of the way, and then a running clothesline from the
Outback Jack.
From the style siren. Wanda kicks out at a count of 2.
Outback Jack sang his theme song too, right?
When did he wrestle?
A while ago.
All right.
1986.
Kingsley just raining right hands and forearms. I do have to say, she is still less annoying than Kaz Jordan.
That's a pretty low bar, Michael.
It is. We miss you,
Kaz.
We miss you, Kaz. You and your coats and your loud voice. Kingsley just with a vicious chop. I think that's the Australian version of a wet willy. It's a wet wallaby.
You would know.
Yes, because I do my research, gentlemen.
Being a victim is not doing research.
Hey. Kingsley taking her time, throwing that kick right to the chest of Wanda. Looking to cave in the collarbones. Stop Wanda from being able to breathe. Talking trash. Kingsley using her best muscle, her voice. That cocky pin is not going to keep Wanda Del Rey down.
Yeah, but that's a bit of mind games. Kingsley is an experienced wrestler who's won championships across her native country of Australia. She knows how to go against a bigger and stronger opponent and come out victorious. That's what we're seeing.
Choking Wanda up against the middle rope, I guess, is one way to gain the advantage.
It absolutely is.
And then the album drop from the style siren. Wanda Del Rey in trouble. Pinfall all her weight on the... But Del Rey gets her shoulder up, and that's the size difference there. Kingsley had to go with a unique pin in order to hook Wanda's leg and get pressure on the shoulders.
It was a smart adjustment by Kingsley, though. She knows she's not going to be able to score an easy traditional pin on the bigger Wanda Del Rey.
And that's something, Jim, that comes with experience. Nice snap suplex from
Beautifully
Kingsley.
applied.
Holding on.
Wow.
What's 3 amigos in Australian?
3 dingoes.
Hey. Going for the third dingo. Wanda blocks it. And then a counter stalling huge vertical suplex. That's Canadian strong style, which usually involves a hockey stick and a beer.
You just described 30 years of my life.
Only 30? Wanda with the jawbreaker. Ducks the clothesline. Head of steam. Diving crossbody. Kingsley with a head of steam, but runs into a brick wall.
Power. Wow.
Kingsley doesn't know where she is. Well, to be fair, everything's probably upside down for her. Michinoku driver from Del Rey. Kingsley showing that toughness.
Well, you talked about it earlier, Mike. We've never met an Australian wrestler who wasn't tough as nails. Kingsley's not the biggest competitor out there, but man, pound for pound, she's as tough as we've seen.
The crowd firmly behind Wanda Del Rey. Trading rights in the middle of the ring. No quarter given between these two. Oh, and a headbutt from Wanda Del Rey. Kingsley ducks under. DDT!
I can't believe Kingsley had the awareness to pull that off after the headbutt.
I mean, Australians and Samoans are somewhat related, right?
No.
Maybe she just has a thick head.
That's rude.
The crowd still...
You're a rude man.
The crowd's still extremely behind Wanda Del Rey. Kingsley doing nothing to endear herself, but she just wants to pick up the victory. Going for the code breaker. That's how she won those titles in Australia, but Wanda had that one scouted and blocked it. Wanda ducks underneath, got her hooked, hammerlock, into a short arm lariat, took Kingsley's head off. Kingsley again surviving, Jim. What is Wanda going to have to do to keep the style siren down? Wanda now trying to keep control. Wanda's got Kingsley up on her shoulders. Kingsley able to counter, grab the top rope. And Jim, there might be a lot at stake in this matchup. Last month, we saw Shiloh get attacked. We don't know what kind of shape she's in. We don't know if the women's title's got to be vacated. This could be a de facto #1 contenders matchup. Oh, Kingsley able to adjust her weight to avoid it there, but Wanda's got her up. Going for a Samoan drop, maybe a Death Valley driver, but Kingsley's got a handful of referee Abby. Wanda getting frustrated by the Australian, misses the big boot. Roll up by Kingsley, handful of tights. Kingsley steals it.
Wow. Bit of an upset.
Here's your winner, Kingsley.
Hopefully we've got a replay because Kingsley dodged that big boot after using referee Abby to get out of Wanda Del Rey's hold.
Yeah, but you saw it, Mike. She had a handful of tights.
She absolutely did have a handful of tights. There's still the replay here. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Referee Abby couldn't see it, not her fault. But Kingsley, the style siren.
Now shut up and let us listen to her sing.
How is Tyler not learned to stop giving the microphone to Australians? Clyde Kane, if your mom's still watching, tell her I appreciate the fandom.
Oh, what is he doing?
What? Ugh.
Of course, last month,
Introducing first, at a total combined weight of 416. Hailing from Toronto, Ontario, representing Chimera. They are your Barrie Wrestling 400 North Tag Team Champions, Ahmed Abu KPK.
last month, Mark Wheeler didn't have a partner and was forced to team up with that idiot Clay Wilson. But this month, I've been assured by Barrie Wrestling Management that Mark Wheeler has personally selected his partner for this key tag team matchup.
And I've got to be honest, I don't have a clue. I didn't see anybody out of the ordinary around today. I didn't see, I was looking to see if maybe John Cena showed up or Almost isn't doing much right now. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him beat up KPK.
Are you trying to hint that it's you?
I'm trying to hint it's
Mark
you.
Wheeler's partner?
It might be you. He'd be an idiot if he picked me.
But then he wouldn't have the best body in the ring.
You're at least a meat shield. We know you can take a beating. I won my last fight by 2 miles.
Fair.
And their opponents.
Abu and Ahmed, the tag team champs. Like them or hate them, there's a lot of skill there.
Yeah, but you want skill. Take a look at this stud, Mike Jeffries.
Weighing in at 208 pounds, hailing from Hamilton, Ontario, is the Golden Gun, Mark Wheeler!
Before we get to this match, I'm going to get Alan a clip, just you saying this stud Mike Jeffries, and make that my new text message tone. So the Golden Gun so far out here by himself. I'm hoping he read all the rules and regulations of this contract before signing it, because that's what burned him last time.
Sure did. Mark Wheeler, one of the greatest ever to do it in Barrie Wrestling. But who's he got for his partner, Mike?
And his mystery partner.
Are you kidding me?
Vanessa Carlton?
No, idiots. Muso!
The best singer in wrestling and one heck of a talent. The pride of Buffalo, but still somehow a New York Giants fan.
The Golden Gun teaming up with the Golden Lungs. It's the Golden Showers.
Oh no.
What? What's wrong with that? What? What? KPK looked like they've seen a ghost. Muso, one of the guys they have been messing with, one of the guys they've been targeting, and one half of the team that they took those tag team titles from.
I don't know what was better, Wheeler knowing every word to that song or Musso kissing Brad's bald head. I love this sport.
It's kind of like a peach, eh?
Bald is beautiful.
Listen to this crowd, though. Wow.
I interviewed Anthony Musso earlier today for Getting to Know, which will be up on YouTube soon, and he didn't mention anything. I just figured he was here, you know.
To sing.
Just to be, yeah.
He was the halftime show. KPK is legitimately one of the greatest tag teams I have seen in my 10.5 years of doing this. But when you've got stars like Mark Wheeler and Anthony Musso, champions may be the underdogs here.
Oh, Ahmed just got his teeth knocked down his throat by Mark Wheeler. Who Mark Wheeler, his body fat percentage is somewhere below 0 at this point. Greek gods want to be built like Mark Wheeler. Ducking the kick from Ahmed. High angle back suplex from the Golden Gun. Now Mark Wheeler, one of the trainers for Ahmed and Abu. And it's one of those I taught you everything you know, but I didn't teach you everything I know situations. But
however, the past year has proven otherwise.
I was going to say, but since they've gone out on their own.
Oh!
Basement dropkick from Wheeler, but Ahmed and Abu have learned some tricks. Ahmed's getting 2 for flinching after that one. There's a right hand from Abu. And tag in for Ahmed is Abu with the cheap shot to Musso. Yeah, KPK took the tag titles from Musso and Grizz, ending the longest tag title reign in Barrie Wrestling history. Double crossbody from Wheeler, taking out both members of KPK.
But they are in there with a triple crown champion, plus one of the most beloved stars we've ever seen in Musso, and Musso can deliver in the ring.
Scoop slam from Wheeler and Musso. Elbow and leg drop. Little quick communication there between Musso and Wheeler. 2 men who are part of very accomplished tag teams. We've seen Wheeler with Jesse V as Locked and Loaded, and of course he was a tag champ with the Riot Makers with Holden Albright and Jody Threat. Musso, we've seen him with Grizzly Mac, but first time for them tagging together, and they're doing pretty well.
Well, when you have that type of tag team pedigree, you can adapt. I mean, both these guys know what the other brings in the ring. I'm not surprised.
Musso showing the style. He don't need no backup dancers. Japanese arm drag for Musso. And now Musso raining those right hands down on Ahmed. You got to make sure you swing hard to get through the hair. Ahmed covering up and eating that knife edge chop. That one came all the way from Cheektowaga.
You've waited your whole career to say Cheektowaga,
That's
haven't
a
you?
funny name. Musso with the slam, the tilt-a-whirl slam, and then the cover, but Ahmed able to kick out Musso, showing that brute strength. Musso, a tremendous athlete. Built like a linebacker. Ahmed reversing. Musso, boing, he's over the top. But Abu grabbing on, helping his tag partner out. on Muso. Watch the throat. Jim, did you see that? They attacked the throat of Muso.
There are no words.
Despicable act, and then headfirst into the guardrail. Abu sending Muso.
It's like punching Rick Martel in the face. You don't do it.
It's like attacking Rick Rude's abs.
Why are you thinking about some dude's abs?
I don't have an answer for that. Back to the ring. Ahmed working Muso over. Head first into the ring apron. Sending Muso back into the ring. Now Ahmed mounted right hands, raining down on Anthony Muso, can barely defend himself. Ahmed with the disrespectful boot to the back of the head on Muso. And then a headbutt. The wild man of Chimera, Jim, just working Muso over.
I absolutely love KPK's swagger, though. These are two young guys who know they're at the top of the world, and they bring that confidence into the ring, and it leads them to victory. Like, these guys don't believe that they are the underdogs, even when they're in against a legend like Mark Wheeler and a star like Anthony Musso.
They'll never believe they're underdogs, and as much as I might hate their tactics, they are just a perfect tag team. As Ahmed planting Muso with that DDT. Only a 2 count. Not just talent-wise, but personality-wise. Ahmed is kind of the wild man, and Abu, well, they describe him as just too Toronto. He is as Toronto as a human being can get. Which, as somebody from Toronto originally, yes, that's an insult.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. They really remind me of a modern version of the Hart Foundation. You've got power and unpredictableness, the unpredictability of Ahmed, and then just the incredible precision and talent of Abu.
Oh, and just Muso, he's not a soprano, but he might be now.
I don't know, he can hit those high notes. May not be a bad thing.
I found out earlier today he was originally born in Florida, and KPK just took him back down south. That one got him right in the Florida Keys. And I think Abu was just telling Wheeler where they hit Muso.
Do you think?
I don't know.
Nothing gets by you.
Well, anything more than 6 feet in the air gets by me, Jim.
True.
Abu driving the knee into the back of Muso, and then an elbow right to the top of the head. And Jim, you mentioned the Hart Foundation earlier. Are we going to see Chimera take a group shot all wearing Canadian tuxedos?
Probably not. I don't think Brian Sinclair owns any denim.
Leaping boot from Abu. Then a right hand. And tagging in Ahmed. Muso desperately needs to tag in the Golden Gun. But Jim, listen to the Barrie Wrestling faithful as they are fully behind Estonia's favorite voice.
And Chechia's.
The pride of Buffalo. The pride of Buffalo, Anthony Muso.
Muso recently did a tour of the Far East, and he's now charting in Vietnam.
The Far East? He went all the way to Maine?
Maine's south of here, to win.
It's east of Buffalo, Jim.
Fair.
Muso, look at that pure power. Ahmed getting an assist from Abu to fight out of it. Referee Brad Myers giving some leeway here. It is a tag title match, and I mean, Abu and Ahmed, if they lose by DQ, they keep the titles. Double team.
Look at Wheeler, though.
Smart from Wheeler. And look at the strength of Anthony Muso. Single-handedly suplexing both tag champs.
Yeah, but Wheeler just messing up that move ever so slightly gave Muso the opportunity, and here comes the Golden Gun.
Mark Wheeler like a house on fire. Outsmarting KPK. Little malfunction at the junction.
There goes Ahmed.
Ahmed sent to the outside. Abu just ran into a back elbow.
Abu wishing he was sent outside after that elbow.
Wheeler caught Abu in mid-flight. Abu slides out the back door. Ahmed going for the cheap shot. Wheeler saw it coming. Abu with the roll through. Wheeler kicks out. The other thing about Mark Wheeler, there is no cheap shot or dirty trick he has not attempted in his career. It is really hard to pull over a fast one on the Golden Gun. Look at the strength! Abu is a full-grown man. Wheeler has caught him and turned a slam into a suplex. And I think Ahmed might have just saved the tag titles, Jim. Now Ahmed getting some shots in. Muso back into the ring. Falcon Arrow!
This could be it. Muso's got to cover him, though.
Muso's not legal, but he just did the deal to Ahmed. Now Ahmed is on the outside. Wheeler and Muso, some communication now. Are they going for the K2? They were going for KPK's finisher. Ahmed pulling Wheeler out of the ring and sending him into the guardrail.
Wheeler went in hard.
So Ahmed is now legal. Muso may be legal. I might have been wrong earlier. Muso's the legal man.
What a shot. Oh!
And he just ate that super kick from Abu.
In situations like this, the KPK becomes so lethal.
When they're allowed to double team.
Yes.
And Enziguri in the corner, and then a Uranagi from Ahmed. Incredible power. Muso in a really, really bad spot. Mimi in the middle from Abu and Ahmed. Ahmed into the cover. And KPK is gonna retain.
Here are your winners, and still Barrie Wrestling 400 North Tag Team Champions, KPK.
Diamond, I have to say that one moment, it took a moment for Wheeler and Muso to communicate what they wanted to do. With KPK, there are no moments like that. They are on the same wavelength, and that was the difference between champion and not today. It's time for the Three Pistols Championship matchup, and as TCO just said, it is Three Pistols rules, which means no DQ, no countout. And here comes the challenger. TCO, take it away.
Introducing first, here's the challenger, hailing from Brampton, Ontario, weighing in at 210 pounds, Rajan Husher.
Diamond, Rajan Husher has gone through a lot in the past little while, but he has earned this opportunity.
Absolutely. He's been used, abused, manipulated, and somehow, despite all of his talent, all his success, this is actually his first one-on-one title opportunity in Barrie Wrestling. Can you believe that, Mike?
No. And Rajan Husher versus Alexia Nicole. Diamond, this is going to be something special, and as far as I know, Von Vertigo is not in the building.
I sure hope not. And with his ego, we'd know if he was here.
He's the kind of guy that when he walks in the building, people are like, yeah, he's here.
Well, he actually had Tyler introduce him to the locker room last time he was here.
And his opponent.
But Husher is up against one of the GOATs here in Barrie Wrestling. The Bionic Woman came back from a health scare, won the Three Pistols Championship, and has been on fire.
Hailing from Toronto, Ontario, she's the reigning Barrie Wrestling Three Pistol Champion. She's Bionic Alexia Nicole.
Pound for pound, I believe Alexia Nicole to be the best professional wrestler, male or female, in all of Ontario.
If you look at the list of people she has defeated in her time here at Barrie Wrestling, it is an absolute who's who. She won a fatal four-way match involving Mark Wheeler, Jesse V, and Josh Alexander. And that's not even close to her peak.
And here's the thing, though. Alexia Nicole is used to outsmarting and outthinking her opponents. I challenge anyone to tell me what's going on in that man's head.
Including Husher.
He is as disturbed as he is talented, and his talent is off the charts.
Well, Rajan Husher, last month, one-on-one with Amir Jordan in an incredible matchup. And
Could
then
be match of the year.
And then getting the praise he got afterwards from Amir Jordan. That's what he needed all along from somebody like Von Vertigo. Not somebody tormenting and twisting his already pretty broken mind. He needs somebody like Amir Jordan, and that might have been enough to push him over the line.
You know, he had vertigo in his head for so long, and vertigo would give him praise and follow it up with something negative, something twisting, something manipulative. Jordan, class act that he is, just told him how it was. You're a great wrestler, and he is a great professional wrestler.
Incredible talent, still very young too. Husher, part of this new class of talent coming out on the Ontario Indies, along with Bryce Hanson, we're going to see later today, only 21 years old. And love him or hate him, KPK, Brian Sinclair, Matty Z. Lots of great young talent, a new wave, if you will, Jim, here in Ontario.
Yeah, but in my books, I think Husher is at the crest of that wave. It's a lot like, when we used to watch guys like Mark Wheeler when they were first coming. You could sense that wrestler was going to be a star, a legend in Barrie wrestling, and that's what happened with Wheeler, with Fuerza and Vertigo, with so many others, and I see that same potential in Husher.
Well, a great counter by Alexia Nicole as Husher working over that surgically repaired arm of Alexia Nicole. And Husher, elevated backbreaker on the Bionic Woman. Now Husher going for a suplex, driving Alexia Nicole into the mat, and then standing leg drop from the tortured artist into a cover. Only a 2 count.
Husher really is the total package. He's got size, he's got strength, he's got speed, he's got profound skill. If he can put it together mentally, I don't know if there's anyone, and I include the heavyweight champion, anyone who can beat him. But he's got to put it together.
And he has pain tolerance. I
don't think he feels pain.
He can go and go and go. And if
I have pain tolerance, that guy's a total different level. I don't think he feels it at all.
He talked about this is his first one-on-one matchup. He's had a lot of multi-person title matches. And if memory serves me, he has not been the one to be pinned or submitted in any of those. He just hasn't been the one to be victorious. So this is an opportunity, and in this business, Jim, you don't know when these chances are going to come along. It is hard to win a championship, especially in a place like Barrie Wrestling with all this talent as he runs into that shotgun dropkick. So you know Husher wants to make the most of this. And Alexia Nicole with the Meteora, she will do whatever it takes to keep that title.
Well, that's the thing. You said it's hard to win a championship. It's even harder when the champion is that woman, Alexia Nicole.
A trio of Meteoras, and you're absolutely right, Jim. And remember, it was about a year ago that Alexia, she had to leave. We weren't sure if she was ever going to come back. She had a health scare, was able to announce her return back in December. And there, Husher driving that previously injured shoulder into the middle turnbuckle.
But somehow Alexia Nicole has looked even better in this return. Her 2025 ranks up with the all-time great half years that anyone's had in Barrie Wrestling.
What I was thinking is she knows how easily this can all be taken away. She's missed extended time for shoulder surgery. She's been through the ringer. She's been in this business for a while. She knows how hard it is to get to the top. She is not going to lose her perch very easily. And Husher, though, working that arm and shoulder over.
Oh, jeez.
And now a pinfall and then a stomp to the elbow.
Look at the pain. The pain radiating through Alexia Nicole's arm.
He's not just targeting the shoulder, Jim. He's targeting the elbow, the forearm, the wrist. It is hard to win a fight as a one-arm competitor, and that's where Alexia is at right now.
Oh, but look at that. We've seen that expression on Alexia Nicole's face.
On the list of people I would trash talk, Alexia is right near the bottom. She is somebody that does not need added motivation, but she'll take it, but then she just eats that elbow from Husher. And Jim, underrated Rajan Husher, I think he's been bulking up over the past few months. He looks great. Alexia able to fight out of that power bomb, and then boot to the knee, running boot to the face, backstabber. Husher's down, Alexia into the cover. Husher survives, and you can see Alexia, Jim, still dealing with that left arm. It's hard to pin somebody with one arm. It's hard to do anything with one arm.
Yeah, she's got no feeling in her arm at all right now.
And there, Husher going right back after it. Modified arm breaker from Rajan Husher. And sending Alexia hard into the corner. But Husher took a bit too long, coming in with double knees of his own. And Alexia caught him. Oh, dragon screw in the corner.
You want to take my arm out? I'm going to take your leg out, declares Alexia Nicole.
Alexia Nicole, I know she's bionic. She also might be the Terminator, and she's just got that ability to seek and destroy when she sees weakness. Kicks and an elbow drop to the knee, but you can see Alexia, for that split second, she forgot that arm was injured, and then could not follow up right away, but able to grab Husher, and now an ankle lock from Alexia Nicole, middle of the ring. You can see the pain on the face of Rajan Husher.
Is that pain or determination?
Por qué no la dos, Jim? Alexia going for the tilt-a-whirl DDT, but Husher caught her in a Northern Lights throw suplex. The tortured artist launching the bionic woman. Jim, even the way Husher moves is not normal. Running knife edge chop. Short Irish whip. Catch Alexia coming off. Sambo suplex or a spinning uranagi there from Husher. Just tossing Alexia, but only a 2 count.
Yeah, not a proper cover. You are not going to pin Alexia Nicole that easily. Let's take another look, Mike.
I'm not quite sure. Innovative offense here from Rajan Husher.
Tremendous.
Whatever it was sure effective. An incredible throw. Now Husher going for a double under, maybe a butterfly suplex. Alexia Nicole counters right back to that injured knee. Husher slow to his feet. Code red!
That's got to be
it. Alexia Nicole channeling the amazing red. But Husher kicking out. And another arm break from Rajan Husher. You know, Alexia's bag of tricks is like Hermione's purse from Harry Potter. It just keeps going. But Rajan Husher still holding on.
I work with the show.
It's a tremendous movie, Jim. Husher caught Alexia coming in. Air raid crash. Rajan Husher's air raid crash.
Oh.
And that's not enough.
Husher composing himself, but he cannot give the champion a chance to get back in this.
Husher like some combination of Van Gogh and Heath Ledger's Joker. Trying to figure out how he can keep Alexia Nicole down. Alexia just attacking the base. She might be going for the Muda lock, Jim. If she can lock this in, there it is. She's got the break. She's got it in. Muda lock. Muda lock for Alexia Nicole, middle of the ring.
Husher is not close to those ropes.
Husher nowhere to go. The only question is, can Alexia's arm keep the grip?
Oh, look at this, Mike. Look at this.
If she can't lock the fingers, Jim, and I don't think she can, and no, Husher's able to get to the ropes. And you could see Alexia shaking that left arm out. She could not get a good grasp, Jim.
Conversely, look at Husher favoring that knee. These are two wounded warriors. It's going to be who survives this match, not who wins.
Husher attacking the fingers now of Alexia. Yeah, both competitors down to 3 good limbs. On Alexia, missed with the first call with the second code breaker. Kick to the teeth and a code breaker. Husher somehow staying on his feet. Alexia caught the leg. And then a a knee breaker using her shoulder. As Alexia going for the stack of dimes. Husher countering. Alexia slides out the back door going for a sunset flip. Husher grabs her. Abstraction! Abstraction, he got it! Rajan Husher is the new Three Pistols champion!
Here's your winner, and new Barrie Wrestling Three Pistol Champion, Rajan Husher!
Rajan Husher upsets one of the greatest Three Pistol champions of all time, but the cost may be high for the new champ. He is not going to leave that ring easily.
The biggest win of Rajan Husher's young career. Amir Jordan told him last month, go out and do it, keep doing what you're doing. Rajan Husher breaks free of Vision, breaks free of Von Vertigo, and he is the new Barrie Wrestling Three Pistols champion.